Welcome to Kingdom Stories, where faith comes to life. At Kingdom Stories, we bring powerful, faith-filled storytelling that inspires, uplifts, and encourages. Through modern-day parables and real-life narratives, we showcase God's presence in everyday life. Subscribe now and be part of a community where faith meets storytelling, and every story points back to God's love and grace. And now, let's begin.
When the fire fades. Jasmine was the kind of woman people admired in ministry, consistent, dependable, and full of grace. She had served in her church for over a decade, leading worship, teaching Bible study, organizing outreach. Her calendar stayed full. Her smile stayed on. But lately, something felt off. The songs she led no longer stirred her. Bible study lessons felt recycled. And when she prayed, it felt like her words floated into silence. Everything looked fine on the outside. But on the inside, Jasmine was tired. Not from burnout, but from boredom. She hadn't missed a Sunday in years. She still prayed every morning. Still posted inspirational scriptures on Instagram. But the fire that once burned in her heart had dimmed to a flicker. It wasn't a crisis. Nothing was falling apart. That was the strange part, ministry still worked. People still showed up. They still thanked her. But Jasmine couldn't ignore the quiet ache in her soul. Is this it? Is this what serving God is supposed to feel like forever? One night, after another worship team rehearsal that felt more like a chore than a calling, Jasmine sat on her couch with her journal in her lap. She finally wrote the words she had been avoiding. God, I love you. But I don't feel excited about this anymore. I feel numb. And just like that, the tears came. She feared that admitting it made her ungrateful. She feared that her heart had somehow failed God. But instead of judgment, she felt something unexpected, relief. As if God had been waiting for her honesty all along. That weekend, Jasmine attended a small prayer retreat, something she'd agreed to months ago and had almost canceled. It wasn't flashy. No lights, no stage. Just people in a circle, praying and worshiping in a simple room. During a quiet moment, an older woman she didn't know placed a hand on her shoulder and softly said, God isn't asking you to feel fire every moment. He's asking you to stay close. He misses your heart. Tears welled up again, this time, from something deeper. Jasmine realized she had been trying to perform passion instead of simply being present with God. Jasmine returned home, not with a renewed schedule, but with a renewed rhythm. She slowed down. Said no to a few things. Took walks without podcasts. Read scripture just to be with God, not to prepare a lesson. And slowly, the joy returned, not loud or dramatic, but steady and quiet. She learned that God's presence isn't always in the high moments. Sometimes it's in the stillness, the silence, even the weariness. Remember, sometimes in your calling, the greatest test isn't opposition, it's monotony. When the fire fades and routine replaces passion, it can feel like something's wrong. But it's not always a sign to quit. Like Jasmine, maybe God is simply inviting you deeper. Beyond the excitement. Beyond the spotlight. Galatians 6 verse 9 reminds us. Let us not grow weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. Stay the course. Not because it always feels exciting, but because God is still in it. And so are you.
Subscribe now and be part of a community where faith meets storytelling.